How's it going? I hope that I hope that you're doing well, staying happy, stay healthy, that you're drinking a lot of water, going outside. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. So happy to meet you. If you're returning, welcome back. So nice to see you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe so that we can stay connected. You don't miss out on the messages. Thank you so much, all of your likes. They really help me to share this message with more people. So I'm truly grateful for all of your likes and all of your comments. I do read every single one of them, and I reply to all of you guys too. So, really quick download today. I wasn't I normally do love readings, right? So this message is very specific for somebody. I'm just gonna read it the way I heard it. What has no value can bring you down, right? Any BS, any hurtful things, if somebody is trying to push something on you, if you feel like it's not resonating with your self, your true values, if you feel like somebody's just trying to bring you down or trying to start a fight, just leave it, right? Don't react. If it has no true value to you, the way they say it is just their own reflection. Like if it's how they feel inside, right? Like they just looking for attention, they're looking for help, they're screaming for help. They want to start something, but they don't necessarily even know what it is. Like if it's not constructive, and you really need to feel it out, like, oh my god, like this person just insulted me. Like, did I deserve that, right? And if you didn't deserve it, that's just some sort of spiritual attack on you, that actually has no real value, and it's good to just leave it. Don't react. Just don't even say nothing back, or just say, okay, and walk away, right? Learn how to walk away from the confrontations that are not meant for you. Like, choose your battles. Um, Distorted hurt masculine. So, if you are having a confrontation with your masculine, just know that they're not in their best energy. You can pray for them, you can send them healing. Just understand that these attacks are kind of coming through them, but you might just be an innocent person who just happens to be there, the closest one to them. So try not to take things personal. People can only meet you at their level. Have compassion, right? So these people that are trying to scream for help, so to say, they try to start something with you, right? Understand that they can only meet you at their level. So if you're trying to get the point across and they never experienced that before, like they never been that far yet, they can't really even understand you. Like they cannot hear you. Like it's like they don't understand what you're talking about. So it's better to give them a little bit of time. If it's meant for them, like they would learn the lesson, but you don't need to be the one teaching them the lesson. Just drop it, just walk away. Like if you are trying to explain something important to you to them and they're not getting it, they can only meet you at their level. I know it's kind of complicated thought to grasp sometimes, but just put yourself in their shoes. Like if they've never been as far as you have been emotionally, like they don't even know what you're talking about. So give them some time, Maybe you can plant the seed and you can try again, like in a month or 2 or 5. A good example would be like, you're like, I'm not connected to you, or like, I'm not emotionally connected to you. And your masculine would be like, well, what do you mean by that? Like, I'm here with you. Yes, but I'm not connected to you. Like, I don't feel the love, right? Well, you don't feel the love just because they don't have, like, they don't know what you mean. Like, they don't have it in them, like, simply. Like they just don't know what you even mean. Like they cannot meet you on such a deep emotional level or physical level, because they've never been that far. So just give them more time, or honestly look into other options. Up to you. I'm just a messenger. Take what resonates. But yeah, the message is that people can only meet you at their own level, right? Have some compassion and understanding. Someone is going through childhood traumas here, and this is a long road. Like, we can really break down something like this in a day or 2 or 5. It will take some time. Like, you can open the conversation, of course, or if they're open the conversation, just be there for them, like provide safe space. But know that that's pretty much all you can do at this point, right? Just no judgment zone, open conversation, and safe space. Like, that's all you can really give them at this point, right? Because we don't always know what happened to people, and people don't necessarily talk about everything or can't even put everything in words. So pray for them, give them safe space, and you can still love them even though, right? Even though of their traumas, and I'm sure they will project that on you a lot. So just kind of let it come out, but don't react. Try not to react. Understand their traumas, right? Like, have compassion for what they went through. And same goes to you. Whatever you had to go through, need somebody to talk to. Like, try and journal, or talk to somebody who might understand you or might have similar experiences that you have, or maybe look into some help online. Lack of education. Yeah, lack of some sort of education, lack of knowledge. Maybe somebody needs to do more research on something, or actually go to school, um, educate themselves, or on an emotional level, educate themselves spiritually. A lot of misunderstanding really comes from the lack of education. Breaking old patterns, better, healthier habits. Again, be gentle with yourself and your partner. This might take a while. Breaking old patterns doesn't really happen in a day. Um, so you can together start building healthier habits, have an open conversation. Yeah, Spirit saying, ask and you shall receive, right? You need to have enough courage to ask for what you need. There's nothing wrong with that, and I know a lot of people grew up not having that in their life. A lot of people grew up in a household where they were not allowed to express themselves freely, right? They were not allowed to ask for what they need. So it becomes kind of a unhealthy pattern, um, that you can start breaking. Ask what you need for. Ask for what you want. You can even ask for things that, if you are, especially if you are living with somebody, and there's like certain things that kind of gets on your nerves, just nicely like talk to them about it. Like, hey, honey, you know what? Like, you know how you always leave your dishes? Like, I'm just so tired today. Like, can you please help me to clean up after yourself? Be gentle, like, be nice, ask in a nice way, right? You don't need to start throwing the dishes at them. Ask and you shall receive. Like, if they don't clean it up right away, at least you planted a seed, right? Like, next time they be leaving the dishes, they will hear your voice in their heads. Keep pushing, keep shining. Not your fault. You are doing great. Yes. Encouragement from the spirit itself. Keep pushing, keep shining. You're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Yes. Whatever happened, it is only a projection. It is not your fault. They're projecting on you. And of course, you know when you're doing that too. So please recognize your limitations and your patterns that needs to be broken as well. You challenge them and they don't want that. They don't want to be challenged. They have some, strong, very strong ego. Um, a lot of people break up because of this fact. Like, especially as like really strong connections where you really kind of understand each other and you challenge each other, like tapping into those uncomfortable places, and it doesn't feel good in a moment, right? It feels like, no, please don't talk to me about that, or please don't talk to me like that, or you always do this, you always do that, right? Like, they challenge you, like they trigger you, you trigger them, and people don't always want to be challenged. Like, some people are just not ready to be challenged, and like some people are not ready to be tapping into their like most uncomfortable, painful places, like insecure places. That takes some sort of strength. So just give it time, or maybe just like concentrate more on yourself and try avoid conflict. Like, even if you feel like saying something, sometimes you can be just like, oh, is it worth it? Is it worth it, right? Like, let me think. Like, maybe it's better that I just go do my thing, go for a run, or maybe it's good that I just go and watch this show, work on my business or something, like call my girlfriend instead, right? Avoiding the conflict if you feel like your partner isn't ready. For some people, literally, your partner walked away because of this. You challenge them and they don't want to be challenged. They want something, they want somebody who is like more submissive, who just says everything, who doesn't say anything. Actually, they want somebody who doesn't say anything back. They want somebody who doesn't say anything. Like, just somebody, somebody who doesn't challenge them at all. Somebody who is not tapping into those uncomfortable places. Just know this. Spirit is saying to stay true. You got this. Real life comes from staying in your truth, right? If you have somebody that you can express yourself freely with, that's already a gift. Like, cherish that. Like, if that person doesn't blow up every time you express your true self, like, this person has some true patience in them, right? Stay true, you got this, right? It's painful sometimes when we speak our truth. We may end up damaging certain relationships or lose certain people in our life. And Spirit wants you to know that it's okay, because if you stay in your truth and you stay kind and loving and constructive, the right people will come your way and they won't be challenged by it, because it won't trigger them. Like, they don't battle with the same battles. So these people are like, so to say, healthier. Like, these people are just kind of like, okay, well, I hear you, right? And that's it. Stay in your truth. If you want to stay true to yourself, stay in your truth. express your truth. Spirit here is saying that God is going to handle this. So whatever you started, just know that you can leave it. It's okay. You don't need to bring it all the way to the end line. Like, God and angel spirit is going to take care of this, and they're gonna literally send people your person's way, and they're gonna send people your way to help you out to resolve these issues, resolve these disagreements or whatever, resolve these old patterns that are no longer serving you. Now you can fall back and focus on you. So you don't need to be the person to change your partner. The spirit will do it. Like, the spirit will handle it for you, so you can chill, like, unless your partner is like crazy abusive or like just a crazy person, like, be careful. But if it's just like a mental patterns or some sort of emotional blockages, or it may even be like employment issues, stuff like that, or some sort of financial issues, just know that you don't need to be like, of course, keep working on yourself and like do your part, but you don't need to be kind of like dragging anybody like behind you. Like, you don't need to be forcing anybody into anything. Like, spirit will take care of them. Like, you just take care of yourself and your own business. Somebody here was or is having mommy daddy issues, and this is such a huge, like, wide subject. It can be over nurtured, underheard, can be even like physically abused, mentally abused, emotionally abused, can be just absent. That will develop certain patterns in people that are kind of hard to identify and also very difficult to change. So if you want to stay in this energy, you kind of need to have a lot of patience. Like, just be patient and give your person time to adjust, to show them that you can provide them safe space, some patience, understanding, and some compassion. A friend of mine gave me a really good advice some years ago when he said that he was getting like really emotional really easy because of certain home-based issues. And the thing that helped him when he was crying or he was upset is that when his partner hugged him. So that's something worth to try, like, even if your partner seems very, very upset, try and give them a hug. Ask, hey, can I give you a hug? Like, I would like to give you a hug right now. I know we have disagreements, we don't quite agree on these things, but I really love you. I understand. I'm trying to understand you. I want to give you a hug, and just give them like a really good loving hug. It seemed like somebody was dealing with a weak masculine. I would say hurt masculine. This person wanted someone to boost their ego. So if if you are a strong woman, if you're a strong person, just know that your masculine most likely went for somebody who was just kind of like trying to please them in everything. I wasn't saying nothing back. Even if they disagree, they wouldn't like express themselves. And that's like honey to your masculine. Like, they just simply are not ready to be challenged. They didn't want to be challenged. So they wanted somebody to boost their ego, somebody who would just like always be, like, yeah, boosting their ego. That's it. Like, telling them how good they are, or how well they did, how proud they are of them, or somebody wasn't challenging them, and like who wasn't kind of helping them to grow, but had like a different type of approach. Somebody who was just kind of there for them to boost their ego, to boost their confidence. It can also be something like very sexual, like somebody may have gone for a person that like boosted their ego, you know. They're like, oh, I could never have her or him, but now that I got them, like I feel like more of a man or a woman, right? Something like that. Choose your battles, stay calm if you can, or if you cannot stay calm, walk away. Like if you feel like energy is very overwhelming, choose your battles, right? Is it worth it? And even when if you're in a situation where you cannot walk away, try when you are having a debate or heated conversation with somebody, try and turn your body so that your core, like your solar plexus, isn't directly towards their solar plexus, because we radiate a lot of energy from our solar plexus, and that's how people can build cords, unwanted cords. So turn your body so that your shoulder is towards their solar plexus, kind of sideways. And also try and avoid direct eye contact, because a lot of energy comes from the eyes. Try and look like inside of their like eyelid, like inside of their eye, or like a side eye. You know what I mean? Like not in the middle, like not in pupils. Or I'm half blind, so I don't have this issue. Like even if I wanted to look them straight in the eyes, I couldn't. It's kind of all blurry for me. They will try to hurt you, don't buy it. Yeah, some sort of, I've been feeling this all day. Somebody is having some sort of spiritual attack coming their way. So if you're receiving this message, just know that it is happening or will happen in the near future. And here's some tools how to not buy it. Stay calm. Understand that emotions are energy in motion. So if somebody is projecting some negativity onto you, they are just trying to release their negativity. Like they're just trying to release their trapped emotions, and they find you being a safe place to do that. So just have some compassion. Wear a lot of stones. Wear a lot of different stones, and make sure that you have like a clear quartz on your solar plexus, something in front of you, like something on your chest. Clear quartz or whatever stones you resonate with. I find amethyst, clear quartz, rose quartz being citrine really good protectors, especially clear quartz. And you can always block their energy. Like you can actually just tell them directly, like, you know what, like this is a little bit too much for me, like I'm feeling anxiety. Like just tell them, ask them to stop. Like this is a little bit too much for me, can we take a little break? Like I don't think I can take this in right now. Like I'm feeling very anxious, like this energy is making me feel out of balance. Like can we continue some other time, right? Or can you put it in writing, right? Can you write me a text message or a letter? um Choose your battles. I know we cannot always avoid our our attacks, because people will just like throw things at us. Like people will just say some really hurtful things, and you're like, oh my goodness, where did that come from? Why? How come I deserve that, right? Like I've been trying to be good to you, I've been trying to do everything right, like how come I deserve this? But please understand that you're only reflecting it, right? So if you're not buying it, it will shoot right back. Like if you're not buying that energy, if you're not reacting to negativity, that negativity has to go somewhere. And you are not allowing any negativity in your feel. Like, I'm sorry, I hear you, but I just don't find this being true. Like, like, try and avoid, like, you did this and I did that, and you said that, but you didn't say that, but you didn't do that. Like, try and avoid that, like, blame game. Try and have like constructive conversation. And when you feel like things are really heating up, especially with your partner, just go for a walk. Like, go for a walk by yourself or go for a walk together if you can. But try to tone it down a little bit, because there's some sort of explosion coming for somebody, like emotional release. And you need to know how to protect your aura. So like crystals, get a crystal on your solar plexus, like in front of your chest, like on your tummy and on your heart. Imagine yourself in a white light. Stay calm. Don't buy any BS, right? If you don't resonate with their comments, just don't even respond. Just stay quiet. Don't say anything. Like, you being quiet is a strength. Like, you staying silent is a strength, Don't even say nothing back. You can smile back, or you can just be. Don't smile back if you don't feel like it, or just go and give them a hug, right? That's it. If you really cannot stand it, just please walk away, because yeah, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. Spirit is saying to make yourself a priority. Spirit is saying that it's not your fault. Somebody here is a weak masculine that needs and wants to prove themselves, right? So make yourself a priority at this time. Like, pull back your energy and just be very gentle with yourself. And please don't let anybody to talk down on yourself. Even if you don't say back nothing, like, people will try to insult you, and if you don't resonate with it, it's just not even worth your energy. Like, it's not even worth the fight. So don't even say nothing back. Just turn your body away from them and try not to listen. Like, if it's not constructive, of course, if it has something to it, if it's constructive and you're really trying to make it work and your partner is genuinely expressing themselves. But if it's just like a blame game, or you going over and over same things, like, that might not be constructive anymore. You are talking to over or under nurtured masculine, so somebody who is not coming from the healthy background, somebody who was even over nurtured. So let's say their mom would like do everything for them, like they don't even know how to do their laundry, or they don't even know how to cook rice, or somebody who would just be saying all the time like how good they are at everything, like how they're like the best, and like how like nobody's good enough for them, something like that. Or under nurtured, like somebody who maybe was putting them down a lot, or honestly somebody who like really did not appreciate them, or was just projecting their own hurt onto your person, or somebody who wasn't even there, like somebody who wasn't providing them love that they needed. So in a sense, you kind of need to be like their support, and like their a nurse, like their therapist, and their, like, you don't actually need to do anything, but if you want to, you can just provide them safe space, to express themselves in a respectful way, of course. Spirit is saying that you need to know your worth. You deserve better. You don't deserve any bad treatment. Just know your worth, stay in your happy place. If you feel like energetic shifts, just try and walk away. Go outside and just sage the space. Big givers will attract big takers. Have healthy boundaries. Yes. Both of you needs to have safe space and open conversation, right? In a respectful way. If it gets too hot, open the windows, open the doors, and just sage your room, sage your space. Better, healthier diet, maybe implementing more vegetables or fasting, green juices, berries, organic meat, organic chicken, organic eggs. Like quality over quantity, right? You deserve self-love, you deserve self-care, right? Put yourself first. Do everything with intention. Teach them how to treat you right. Also in bed. Okay, you guys, that was it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you resonate, please like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so we can stay connected. And I hope you all the best. And just know that everything is going to be all right. You're well protected. You're well supported. You got your messages. You know what to do. You know what not to do. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with your partners. Have a good one. Bye.